Mitraaya namaha. This video is on a very important understanding. Alright, so the topic is, are you a true sadhak? How do you know that you are doing proper sadhana, or are you really a true sadhak? Is the topic for today. So let's understand what is a sadhak. In normal English terms, sadhak is a practitioner, or one who practices, or one who regularly dwells in the process is called a practitioner, right? So normally you see a doctor is called a practitioner. Someone who follows a system is called a practitioner. So in sadhak, in the spirituality, sadhak is a one who practices. So to practice something, sadhak has to have few qualities, right? So let's understand whether you are a true sadhak or not. First is, the qualities of a sadhak is, you should have a process. If you have a process, then you can start practicing on it. So a sadhak will have a process. Remember that. If you still don't have a process, you are still going to temples but don't know what to do, or someone will say, break a coconut, someone will say do this, someone will say, when you go to temple you should do 3 pradakshinas or 4 pradakshinas, or whenever you see God, you should close eyes and pray. Someone will say open your eyes and pray. So to avoid this confusion, you have to have a process. So first thing of a sadhak is, he will have a process. Okay. The second is, he will have utmost trust and belief in that process. That will make you a sadhak. Okay, no matter how good the process is, how bad the process is, one thing is for sure, you should have a strong trust in that process. You should start believing that you should become that process. Okay, so this is the second thing you should have as a sadhak. Other quality of a sadhak is, suppose you are a sadhak, remember this, you should have this quality in you forever. One is, you should not think about the final destination. You should know the final destination, but you should not think about the final destination. That is a very important quality of a sadhak. That is, you should never feel that, okay, suppose in 2 months if I don't reach this, I am not going to stay in this process. That will never make you a sadhak. That will only make you a businessman, or a or a cat who want to jump on this side or that side. So don't get into that. You should have a destination, but you should never stick a time to that destination. Remember this. So a sadhak will have a strong destination and a strong will to reach that destination, but not a timeline. Remember this. One of the students asked me, sir, I was doing this process for a very long time, but I could not reap benefits. But one of my friends took up this, and suddenly he changed. He got, he bought a new car, new house, and he became rich. He became spiritually, he went into higher levels. But I could not get into that. So I'm not liking this process. I don't want to get into this sadhana. So for this question, see, these things keep on popping up in your mind on and off. So one thing is for sure, whatever dress you are wearing today, okay, you will remove it tomorrow, you wear something else. People will not identify you based on your dress. Yesterday, that blue shirt boy or that green shirt boy, no, they will not identify you like that. They identify you with your face, right? Similarly, the soul is your identity. The rest, the body and all, is your dress. So you are changing your dress through your janmas, or through your births, okay, at least in Hinduism, through your new birth, and you are wearing a new dress. So remember this, your friend might have achieved lot of sadhana in the previous birth, and now he might be in a better state. So that is why he is reaping benefits quicker. That's it. Otherwise, you should think that your destination should never be your stipulated time. Never put a time framework for your sadhana. Your soul is taking new dresses, but you are stable. So remember this, and do not compare your results with someone else's results. That will be a bigger hindrance for your sadhana. So do not compare, right? Then do not put a time destination, timeline for your sadhanas. This is very, 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 very important for a sadhak, right? The next is, remember, if you are in the process of sadhana or you are in the spiritual journey, remember this, it will be a bumpy ride. Your manas or your brain, the neocortex and frontal cortex, will constantly put a question to you, constantly doubt you, constantly give you reasons to leave the process. So remember this, it is a bumpy ride, and it is always the testing which is done to a sadhak. Sadhak has to face lot of tests throughout his journey. If you pass the test only, then you will become, then you will attain a higher level. So never think that, see, out of everything in this universe, spiritual journey is the most toughest. That is why people find easy reasons to escape that. There is no God, show me God, or these things happen because this is the toughest journey, and it is easy to question, and even your manas, buddhi, the chittam also want these easy reasons to escape sadhana. So do not escape sadhana. If you really want to become a sadhak, remember this, you are going to have a bumpy ride. You will be able to see that this things doesn't work. You will feel that it's not happening, this is not fine, this is not getting tuned. This will be there initially. The starting phase will be like that you don't find any improvement. There is no magical things happening in your life. Suddenly there is no result. So you feel, I don't have to waste my time in this, and this is not giving any results and all. Because always remember, poison gives you quicker results. Medicine always take lot of time. Your alcohol, smoke will give you quick, that gush of, that happiness. Then it will fade away. But the spiritual journey, the spiritual heights will give you a lot, much more happiness, the high, and it will stay forever. So remember this, when you are into a sadhana, you will have to face so many tests in your life. Remember this. That is why Hanuman has to sit for so long to see Rama. That is why Prahalada has to go through so many things to see, to achieve moksha. So remember this, you are going to see you are going to have lot of tests during your sadhana. So remember that and focus on your sadhana. So the next question is, you will immediately have this question, so when do I see the results, right? So it will take long time, we know. We are not going to get immediate results, we know. But when do I get immediate results, or when do I get results in fact? So remember, 4 things will keep interfering with your sadhana. When you are trying to do a sadhana, when you are trying to do a japa, when you are trying to meditate, when you are trying to do something, 4 things come in between. If you can cross this, I am sure you will achieve so many heights in spirituality, much more heights in spirituality. So first thing that will interfere with your sadhana is your intellect. The so-called intellect, not actual intelligence, the so-called intelligence, where people think that they are intelligent and keep questioning, and your question brain will come out and it keeps chattering, some mental chatter, some mind question, something, and it keeps interfering with you. One, that is your manas, buddhi will constantly try to threaten you, stop you, worry you, bother you. One. The second is your sense organs. Your sense organs, the nose, the eyes, ears, tongue, skin, these things will definitely provoke you to not concentrate, or to not meditate, or to not do your sadhanas. Suppose you think any kind of sadhana. Suppose you take a sadhana of losing your weight. That is a kind of sadhana. Suppose you try to lose your weight, but then you will see results. What is there in losing weight? Whales are bigger than it, but they can easily swim in an ocean. I heard this from people saying, इतना फैट है तो क्या हुआ, इतना पतला है तो क्या हुआ, सबको मरना ही है, everyone has to die at some point of time, what is there in this, all these things, even you cannot escape death, so why waste time in all that? But remember, this is all done by your sense organs, where sense organs need immediate gratification. They just want now what I am comfortable in. So you have to decide whether you want mild pleasures now, or you want a long term benefit. So remember this, right? The next after sense organs is your chittam, or the intention. Basically, in it is not direct translation, but in general it is your intention. The intentions dictate your state of, the sadhana. Suppose your intention is to achieve some materialistic goals which are harmful to someone else. The sadhana will take a longer time and it's tougher. Suppose your sadhana or your attempt in achieving a higher goal which is beneficial to everyone will take lesser time. So be with me on this. More clear your intentions are, more higher your intentions, the highest good if you are trying, then you will achieve the spiritual sadhana at a better pace, right? Then after the sadhana, one thing is for sure interferes with your sadhana. One is the philosophy. Some fellow will just say something and that philosophy keeps lingering in your mind, like these new age directors, new age thinking. They think it is new age thinking, but they are so demeaning and so cheap grade that you should love yourself. For example, love yourself is such a silly thing. You should never love yourself. You should love everything, right? You should love everything. Start loving yourself. That's a very bad way of projecting that you are separate being. You are never separate. So these things people don't know, but they keep telling it to please people. So these philosophies will also affect your sadhana. Some fellow will say something that Om Namah Shivaya should be spelt like AUM, which is Aum Namah Shivaya. Then you get confused. Am I doing right sadhana? Is it Om? Is it Om? Did that Guru give me right mantra? And you get confused. That is the problem you will face when your philosophy gets into your sadhana. So never get your philosophies, the external philosophies disturb your sadhana. Remember this. So suppose you take a process and you start doing sadhana on it. Remember it. Your Guru must have given you best sadhana and follow that blindly. An example for this is a monkey called Hanuman has become God just by chanting Rama, 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 Rama. And that is an absolute example of you don't have to worry about the process, you don't have to worry about the person whom you are believing, you don't have to worry about the Guru and what is that Guru's position to teach you. You don't have to know all this, you don't have to know scripts, you don't have to know anything. You just have to trust your process. Then you will become a sadhak. And once you are a sadhak and once you do this for a certain period of time, I'm sure you're going to achieve wonders. And those wonders are something which we cannot describe. That has to be experienced. Meanwhile, you will have a fall down. Suddenly you will find someone very close to you die. Someone you thought this job is going to give you some great promotions, you don't get it. Then you will feel I'm doing so many sadhanas, even then I am not getting. But these things are there to grind you, cut you, make you into a statue, make you into a beautiful piece, right? So do not get worried. That is an interference for your sadhana, and I want you to trust that process, right? Hope I gave you some information about sadhana. And suppose if you are trying to meditate or do a sadhana and you are unable to concentrate, focus, please put it in the comment section. I will make a video for that also, so that it slightly helps you better. Mitraaya namaha.
Mitraaya namaha. Life is a beautiful journey. Let us live in a world of peace, joy, and togetherness. Let love rule. Please subscribe to Energy Circles VSPTenneti channel. Upgrade your life system for a happy you.